Alright, back again. Let's check some audio. Hello, hello. I need to add some more music. Alright, back again. Let's check some audio. Hello. Okay, that works. So, fresh day here. See if we can't keep up the success. Let's see. I'm up almost 13,000 on this account, up 17,000 on this account. These are paper accounts, but what I'm gearing up to is my plan to go into the Apex 50K funded account. And so the way my strategy is going to work is I'm going to go aggressive, maybe 10 micro ES contracts, and pass the eval, which I can do. I've done it in a day, 3K. And once I pass it, I have not tried this, but I think it'll help me keep from blowing the account, which is just start out small and do maybe 2-3 contracts. Just aim for $300 a day, and then that will give me a lot more cushion with the trailing drawdown, which is 2,500. And so that should be. I think my consistency is at the point where I can keep this up. Like if you see this month, let me just go to this month. Let me see. Oh, this month is it a new month? That's weird. Oh, last month. This quarter, say this quarter. So this quarter, this is not terribly accurate, but where I haven't had consistency, these dips here, is where I was just screwing around and doing what I call my double down technique, and it brought me into drawdown, which I would have blown accounts. But like yesterday was a good example of I had 89% win rate, and I did not really go into drawdown, and I made $555, lost 2 trades, total loss 100. So this is what I'm shooting for day by day. And even so, I'm doing two contracts, 2 micro ES. Yeah, I mean, this is my strategy, is basically just take a couple points here and there, and a bunch of trades, a bunch of 2-point trades, and yeah. So instead of taking one big 20-point trade, I'll take 30 2-point trades, and I'll get 60 points. So it seems to be working out. And now to go through my strategy, I have my updated Arjo strategy. I've included these intermediate lows, and if you start to see, basically on an upward trend, you start to see downward intermediate lows, then that's like a sign that you might have a reversal. And we are seeing like downward highs, intermediate highs. It looks like. Anyway, so I'm just still screwing around with that as a strategy, but my main, so I'm visually looking at these intermediate. These are intermediate highs in my indicator here. These are aggression bubble bursts. This is my opening range, my 15-minute opening range. This is my primary target. This is my disrespect target. I want to use intermediate in visuals. Okay, that's fine. I want to change this to solid. It looks better solid. Now, I made a big push up. I could take a buy here actually. I'm just going for a couple points. This may wick down, but it's most likely going to create a fair value gap and then push up a little bit more. We have this yellow highlighted candle now it just showed. So what that means is it's a reversal. It means there's more volume than the previous candle in the opposite direction. So this is a down candle, and then you had more volume going up there. Now the other thing I might do, and I have been doing, is my double down technique, which if this goes down super low, then I will add in another buy, and then it'll get my trade profit line. It'll split it into different. So if I basically bought in here, it'll make my trade line halfway. So we only want to do that in like extreme conditions, I think, if I totally got in on it. But that's my strategy lately, is basically if price went down here and I took another buy, it would split the difference. So if I could have my line here on the right side of a fair value gap, then there's a good chance that price might come back and touch it as well. So but right now we're just hoping that we're going to go up and get a few points, a couple points here. We've had a big push up. We've created a fair value gap on the 1 minute. Now on the 1 minutes, these fair value gaps are less significant because they often just totally inverse over time. And so if we look here, is there a fair value gap here? There's no fair value gap yet. We got a minute 55. It may want to create one. It may reverse on the 5-minute candle. So that's just something you need to be careful about. I might have been premature in that regard to take that trade because there is no fair value gap yet to kind of boost it. Now there is one down here, so price could potentially just come all the way down here and react off this low here. So now as we see, our targets is shifting, so I may want to try to get out of this trade. 617. So I may be on the wrong side of this trade at this moment. So now we're coming down a little bit. We're reacting off of this fair value gap. Okay, we're coming. We want to see if it's going to reject off this. If is it going to respect it, or is it going to disrespect it? We had a little bit of a push down once the price got to here. Let's see what my other indicator don't say. Yeah, a little bit of a sell push there. However, we're holding up on this fair value gap, and I might bring this down a little bit just to get a little bit more likelihood that it's going to take that. Because what I'm not liking so far is price does not have a 5 minute fair value gap. There we go, we got it. Actually, could have stayed there, but it's okay. It's okay. So we've wicked up. We've taken that. Have made a fair value gap here. We got 15 minutes to close on it though, so it's not stable yet. We've created this fair value gap here, so I might try to take another 2 points here. Probably not the best entry, but we do got the fair value gap now holding us up here for the time being. It hasn't locked in yet because we still got 4 minutes on it. But okay, we got a nice little push there. We're hoping it's gonna come up again. And we're gonna get it. Okay, we got a couple more points. Now, is it likelihood that it's going to create a fair value gap? The other thing that I like to see, I'm going to buy again, is this 1 hour. On the 1 hour time frame, if I have a good push here, this is a bullish push. If it's blue, it's bearish. Then I like to, it's for the rest, at least for the time being, it tends to want to go up. I'm going to take another trade here. It tends to want to continue up. Now we are kind of like reversing on this one here. Okay, we got a blue push there. We're still holding on this fair value gap. Price on the 5 minutes still wants to go higher. That's our likelihood of it going up is better. We're starting to turn this trend. We're gonna get, maybe we got one of them. Maybe I get out of this one already. Maybe get out. No, it's gonna want to go. It's gonna want to. Oh, I could have got out. We're still looking pretty strong for it to go up, though. Okay, we got it. So we're at $45 now. Now we don't want to take a trade until we come back down here and try to reject off this. Same goes for this one. We got 12 minutes left, so I don't necessarily, unless we're making a fair value gap, which we kind of are, might be making one here. I'm going to take 2 points. That wasn't on the high end, but again, I could double down. What I like here is all the push. This is all momentum shifting towards bullish. Now on the 15 minute, we got where's my okay, so price tends to want to go up here. Almost got it. I'm gonna get it. It's kind of stalling out on me here. Well, we got 94 momentum, which I like. Could push back a little bit. We've created a fair value gap, and we should want to go up and take this here. Let's just make a new high. That's all we need is a new high there. I'm going to go down, it looks like. Okay, still got a fair value gap here on the 1 minute. Still got one. Still got one. We're still looking strong going up. We got a little bit of aggressive selling here. It's getting absorbed, and we're looking to push up. Okay, we got it. So we're at 61. And it's kind of just like that. And any questions? So we've basically got 5 winning trades. Now we're not making fair value gaps going up on the 1 minute. We've made one here, or going to make one, but this could come down a little bit because we've not locked this one in yet. So it's kind of not really pushing strongly up. So as this comes down, I might take another buy. Oh, maybe I missed it. Let's look at our 15-minute. Okay, that's a good buy. I'm going to take a buy there. Take a couple points here. The reason why I'm taking 2 points is it's almost a gimme. It's a better odds that it's going to go when it's here rather than way up there. So with this strategy, I'm kind of using fair value gaps. Let's see, I took this trade 6176 very close to this fair value gap. This is kind of support. Now on the 5 minutes, it's a target, but it's also potentially support, so it'll range around a lot of times when it gets to these fair value gaps. And so I just look to get like a little bit of a bounce off there and get a couple points. And they start to add up over time. So I got that one. So I'm at 75. So I just kind of like keep playing off of this range here. This is going to probably make a fair value gap unless it completely wicks down here. So this is another entry point potentially if this one, it could potentially wick all the way down and then wick back up. If it closes out this one and inverts it, then that's a little bit of a problem. Okay, we got some sell bursts here. These are aggressive sell bursts. So a lot of people are stepping in and think it's gonna sell off here. So we do got some selling pressure. Whether or not it gets absorbed and heads back down, we'll see. But so far, we've gotten this is with fees, $75 with fees. So if this were a live account, this is what it would be equivalent to. Now, if it were a funded account, which that's what I'm going to be doing, it's going to be $97. So that's kind of what is I'm basing my strategy off of, is this amount here, and I'm really just trying to get $300 a day. Okay, so let's take a broader picture look here. We got on the daily, got a fair value gap. We got this little resistance pocket here. Might take a sell here. I'm gonna take a sell. Just try to take a sell here. People seem like it's gonna sell off. However, I may have been stupid, but we do have a lot of selling pressure. Do we have a fair value gap? This is our fair value gap, 716. We're making a fair value gap up. Okay. Let's see. I may want to, this may invert it. We got a lot of selling pressure. I'm gonna get this up here just a little bit more. I may want to just pull out of it because this was not a great entry here. We do have some buyers stepping in. We do have a fair value gap here. I could just get out of it because I might want to run up from here. I did get it. I almost wants it. Okay, we do have a fair value gap still. I do still have a fair value gap. So I was getting a little eager, a little aggressive, a little greedy. I could have gotten out of it there. We're making a new high here. Oh, we got some sellers popping in here. There's no fair value gap. This might be a better, more likely, because we want to, even right there, 1 point, why not? I might even just get out as a loss here. That was a little bit of a stupid entry. I still feel like it wants to push down a little bit, but we are kind of struggling at the top here. I'm hoping it's going to grab this just for a point. Let me know in the chat if you're understanding what I'm doing here. If you have any questions, let me know. I am learning myself. This is not trading advice. But I do feel like I have stumbled upon a strategy that is working for me, and it's kind of my own thing. I haven't seen anybody really do it, and it's counterintuitive to what a lot of people try to do. So anyways, come on, you're almost there. Got it. Okay. Still up. Still 100% today. Now what we're seeing now is this selling push here at the top. We're still looking pretty good on the day. We're losing momentum, but overall things are still looking green here. Get this fair value gap gonna form in a little bit. We're gonna have a big fair value gap form here, but as you can see, there's a lot of resistance here, so I'm not sure. We're kind of waiting to see what's gonna happen here. Now I could potentially enter. Okay, we just inverted this fair value gap. If it closes above it, it may not close above it, and in that case I might want to enter in off of it and take it up a little bit more. We are getting pushed back to the upside here. We got disrespected there. Our new disrespect target is down below now. Looks like we might create a bearish fair value gap here on the 1 minute. Let me know in the comments. I see somebody's watching in there. Let me know in the comments if you got any questions. Okay, so we've got pretty big fair value gap here now. Looks like price is going to move. We've got this kind of equilibrium. Now where can price go from here? Well, this is a likely target here as well. So we've got this. It wants to go up still. So I still kind of want to mainly focus on buys. And I want to see what happens down here. If I take my look to go in for a buy here in a little bit. We've inverted this fair value gap. We got a lot of momentum. Nothing really holding it back unless it wicks up. We got a fair value gap back down here. We got some buying pressure stepping in here. We've created another bearish fair value gap. Getting more selling pressure here. I'm going to take a buy here, why not? We've got this fair value gap down here. We do got some selling pressure kicking in. Okay, that's not what we want to see. But that could take us down further. We're still on the 1 hour push here. That hasn't changed. So I might take another buy to move these up a little bit. So I've kind of double. Oh, I'm gonna buy. So taking that here. I've doubled down on this now. I'm hoping it's going to retrace and take these out because that was a big push. We still got my general upward momentum here. We've created these fair value gaps, so as long as we're under 610, which we're not, we're hoping it's going to wick up somewhere into 613. This could hold and keep going down. We already got 6 contracts in. This is not looking great, but price ultimately I think does want to go up. Let's see if we still got upward momentum here. 1 hour still holding on, but that we may have seen the last of it. So 15 is our target here, so we are underneath this 15, which so prices on the 1 hour is likely to go. Okay, we're getting a nice push up. I like to see that. Getting absorbed a little bit though because we got the fair value gaps. But we want to see at least a wick up to take these orders here. This is also potential bounce off the midline of the session range here. Okay, we've already disrespected it, which we don't want to see for a break and retest to the upside, really. We could potentially manually get out of this. But I hate taking losses. Is that weird? Isn't that weird? You hate taking losses? And so it looks like we're coming up here. I could manually get out of this. We took 1, 2, 3. I took a sell. Oops. Get out of this cell. Oh, I think it's going to wick down again. Get these out of here. Oh, it is kind of running up, maybe. Take another cell. Put my buys here. We've created a fair value gap. It could wick down. It is running up. So now, a little mistake there, but let's see. We'll just get this up here. Okay. I need to get better at just taking losses. But this, I think it might want to wick down. Still up 49 here. I just really accidentally hit the button. Let's get this closer. I just wanted to wick down and take out both of these real quick. And then I'll think about what direction it wants to go. Still looking like it wants to go bear or bullish. And everything's still looking like it wants to do that. we do got some push pressure to the on the lower time frames, and that's why I'm hoping it will just take this 2 points here. Okay, we got one. I just take that one out. Okay, I'm out. Now, what do I want to see happen here? We can take it up now. We want to go to 1-4 here. We got this fair value gap. We still have upper momentum. We do not have a 5-minute. We actually have, that's inverted. We have inverted. We have this one up here, 714. So that's still a target. And then we got on the 15-minute, we got a nice push happening to the upside, which we want to see. So is that 2 losing trades? How did I get a losing trade? I hit my target, but I guess I did. This is a downward push on some of these time frames, but we're not really trying to, you know, we're not even trying to get a new high here at this point. We're just trying to get this, just a little bit of a push up. We're kind of retracing. It could go either way in the larger time frame, but on the short term, it's a good chance it's going to hit that. I'm only in 2 points, so if I have to take a loss, I will. We're holding up by this fair value gap here. 1 minutes again aren't really a strong signal. So I'm thinking it's going to take this here. Again, if it goes the other way with it, then I will probably re-enter. Okay, we got some selling pressure. Let's see if it wicks back up. I take a buy, taking a buy. We got 35 seconds to wick back up without closing out on this. As a okay, we do got selling pressure kicking in. I don't like that. The hour still looks good. The 2 hour has flipped on us. So there's a little bit of indecision on which way price wants to go here. Looks like we're going to take one of these, hopefully. We just need a nice big wick up. I could just get out of it. I think they'll take it though. It's still a target up there. It's not a big reach. Again, I could, if it does want to range around here, I could still double down. We got this long wick, so this kind of protects us from creating a fair value gap. And we got this at fair value gap as a target. Okay. All right, 116. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking. I see somebody watching there. One person watching. Okay, so we've got, again, this fair value gap is respected. We're still kind of in a major uptrend for the most part. We could take another entry off of this right now. And we're looking now to go up here to 15. Somewhere in between 15, I want to try to take this, so. This is considered an order flow strategy. This is based off the Arjo PD arrays, and there's three main PD arrays: fair value gaps, which is I think one of the main things I focus on, swing highs and swing lows, and then uh, order blocks. Almost there. Could have taken that. When I see like a big push there, it often retraces back down, and so I could have gotten out of that. I was not on the trigger there. I'm out. I'm probably going to take it though, but it might go down first. So if it goes down again, then I'll hop back in. And then again. Could have potentially taken it. Well, this is still in the fair value gap at 11. So I'm still close to this fair value gap, that's what I'm trading off of. Now this might be the push it wants to go up higher. Jeez. But I could potentially take another, run at it. We've got equal highs here, kind of. But we did peek through it once. Almost got it. Okay. So now if I come down again, I'm going to take it again and just get another 2 points. Or if it goes higher, then I'll take it again and get some. If it makes a fair value gap, then I'm going to go up again. It's knocking at the door here, creating these equal highs. Okay, so we're probably going to create a fair value gap here. Again, just take 2 more points. If it comes down, wicks back down, then we're going to enter it off again, because it's probably going to go up. Now, the other thing is, it has already traveled this a long way. It's reacting off of this fair value gap, but we're probably going to create a fair value gap going up. Even though it's reacting off this one, we're probably going to create, unless it totally wicks down, which it could. But if we see it invert this fair value gap, then it's likely going to go up even higher. Okay, I got that one. We're at 155. We're going to wait for it to pull back a little bit. Okay, I'm getting on here. There's nothing really holding it from going up too much further now. I feel like it could go. We've inverted. We've got a new high. We're kind of making roads to go up. This is a disrespect line here, so it does seem like it wants to go down. Maybe I will get out of this. I'm out. So I'm going to look here. Price seems like it wants to go down now, unless it disrespects this. But on the 15-minute, there's a good chance it might go down. Let me look at my higher time frames. I don't want to get too carried away and not look at the bigger picture. So on the daily, price wants to go up. Okay. On the 4 hour, we have this nice push up. Sometimes these are sandwiched by a push down. It could continue to push up. The price wants to go up for the most part here. Okay, on the 4 hour. On the 2 hour, we're in the middle of a nice push up. On the 1 hour, we've created a fair value gap. So I just want to enter it in. We've created this fair value gap. It's going to hold us up a little bit. It might want to go. We might want to take new highs. Again, the target's pretty far up there. We got this nice push happening. If this reverses on us, it's okay. I'm going to take it as a buy down below there because we've already inverted fair value gaps. That's actually a good entry. We got a fair value gap here. Oh, just inverted it. So it looks like my 2 hour is leaning towards it wanting to go down first. Now, the other thing I'm seeing is a losing momentum. We do have this EMA upslope here. But let's see, we gotta get down a lower time frame and see what's going on now. So we do have this fair value gap up here now. This is a bearish fair value gap. So I have my orders here, which that's not very good, I don't think. Price could wick up in there though. And actually this has not closed yet. Okay, now this closed on the 1 minute. We have this big fair value gap. We could potentially totally invert that as well. That's what we saw before until it wicked back down. So we're just trying to get up here, get these two orders here. Price wants to go up on the 1 minute. So even though it's got the fair value gap, it's like they kind of cancel each other out. We got a lot of sell orders in here though. This is a downward trend here on the 15 minute, and we got a lot of room for travel here. So that's makes me nervous. However, we did get wicked back up so far in this candle, and it's still early in this candle, but let's see what's on the 30 minute. Put this here so I don't make so much noise. So on the 30 minute, okay, we're still expected to go up on the 30 minute. We just dipped in there. We still got this push on the 45 with some strong orders, but if we get above these big cluster of sells here and we start to lose, so on this time frame, if we basically break above here, this 718, then it's probably gonna close out any of these sell orders here that came in aggressively. God, I got congestion. So that's kind of like a deciding factor. We're still reacting off of this 1 minute fair value gap, but we've tested it 2 times now. And the more you test it, then the more likelihood it's going to maybe eventually break it at one point. So we're still looking at that. This 15 minutes got me nervous because there's no fair value gap holding it. And then we got a downward trend. It may come all the way down here, but I think on a lot of our trends, it's an upward trend. So this is again, this is a big room to come down and test that if it wanted to. We made a kind of a lower high there, an intermediate. I guess that would be considered an intermediate. So we're heading in the wrong way now, but we may just double down again. But I'm trying to think of where I would double down. I've already got 2 contracts in. If I get to 6, it kind of loses its momentum as it goes. I could take the loss. I'm still up $90 here, but a lot of indications seem like it's going to be going up. 45-minute candle, still an aggressive push up. We're making roads up. 90-minute, the same. We got a lot of these sell orders here on this candle. It's kind of a mixed bag, really, but this is still an upward trend. We're in a down candle, but it looks like we're bouncing off of this fair value gap here. This is giving us some support. If it disrespects that, that's concern. Hopefully it'll wick back up. Okay, we got a big order here. It's fighting it out. It's going back up. Hopefully we got 53 minutes left on this candle for it to absorb. That might have been actually a good entry, but we're already in 2 contracts, so I think I'll let it lie there. We have a lot of sell. Will it get absorbed? It seems like it's starting to absorb it. All we really need to make is kind of a new high, and then that will get us where we want to be. I might even get out of this manually. I'm going to keep an eye on this, get ready. I may have doubled down prematurely. If I would have doubled down here, then that would have got the price action closer to there. And then I could look to get my 2 points and be done with it. Actually, I think I'll move one of these up here. Kind of goes against my strategy, but I feel like if it takes one of these, then I'll be in pretty good situation. My gross profit is 222 with the fees and everything. It's only 120, so they really do get you with the fees when you're trading really small contracts. We are kind of absorbing these big sell orders here. I wonder if, you always got to worry about news too. Some announcement, Trump speaks, and you could have a big candle either way. But I'm kind of curious why the price is going up. With the closing of the Strait of Hormuz, you'd think that would push prices down because of not only is oil not getting out because of Iran, it's not getting out because of the U.S. as well. So alright, I think we're getting close. Look at my 1 hour. 1 hour still yellow. I'm curious how the intermediate highs and lows work though. I see there are some, if I look on the lower time frames, I think, I don't know why there's not any showing. Okay, so this is an intermediate high. It is a lower intermediate high, which I guess signifies a downtrend. Oh, okay, here we got this. Okay, we got a fair value gap up here that hasn't completely closed as well, so that might be the reason why things are getting held up here. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this here because we got a fair value gap there as well. I love to see a 1 minute fair value gap to the upside. Okay. We're still holding above the EMA. This line here. Almost there. 750. Almost could have potentially started to make a fair value gap if it would have kept pushing. Momentum is at 70, so the momentum is not necessarily bad. It's not great. No, I know it dipped down quite a bit. Okay, so momentum is not great. Okay, we got the one. We're not making fair value gaps, so it could just shoot down again. But it's still going up. I'm gonna try to hold on to it. We did make equal highs here. We could get out of it. We're not making a fair value gap unless it shoots up. This would be a nice take if I could get that 3 points up there. Okay, we've inverted fair value gaps. That's what we want to see. There is a fair value gap that's going to react against, maybe. Price still wants to go up. I could get out of here. Okay, maybe I should. I feel like it can take it though. Okay, we got this. We got this. We still got a 1 minute fair value gap. Holding on for dear life. Okay, no 1 minute. No 1 minute, but we're probably going to create a 5 minute. I think it's still got enough juice though to take that. Yep, we got it. Okay, we're at 200 for the day. No no fair value gaps being created yet, so price could come down. Let's look at our 1 minute again, because we got that 1 minute fair value gap that it could react off of. We're kind of creating a fair value gap in the process. Okay, we've created one. We got some momentum. Created a fair value gap. We are still closing out. We wanted to close above this fair value gap and get this. Okay, we're almost there. We got a nice push. The volume here. We got it. Okay, we're at over 200 for the day. We're just trading 2 contracts. Now, sometimes I'll double down and put in 2 more, but for the most part, we've won all day. 16. Since I lost trades, but I think I've hit all my targets. I've gotten out of it with small profits, but interesting. So we're at a 72% win rate. Oh, okay, we had break evens. I guess I was consider losing trades. All right, so now where are we at? Let's take it from the top again. Price still wants to go up on the daily. Now it's going to create a fair value gap, obviously, in 6 more hours. On the 4 hour, we're not going to create a fair value gap, so price could fall there. We are no fair value gap on the 2 hour, because we got this big wick. In the 1 hour, same. 90 minute, still got 12 minutes left. This could create a fair value gap. We got some nice momentum going upwards still. If we cease to still create fair value gaps, then that is a little bit of an indication that prices might be turning around. We do have this big kind of resistance zone here as well, so I'm a little hesitant about entering here. On the 30 minute, let's see where we're at. We're not going to create a fair value gap there. Where's our target? Okay, it's not showing up. Okay, so the 15 minute, we've got this fair value gap here. It's going to be solidified in 11 more minutes. We've seen a lot of buy orders on the top there. There's no wick on the bottom, which, typically you see some sort of wickage going on. Now, if we've created this bullish fair value gap here, it's pretty substantial, almost solidified. We got 1 more minute to go on that to see what it wants to do. Our momentum, everything looks good for bullish. This is a little bit of a pullback. We got 1 minute left. If I see this make a fair value gap, then I may wait for it to come down a little bit more until it goes up. Bless you, baby. So we got 38 seconds on this 5 minute. See what it wants to do. Now we are wicking down quite a bit, so it makes you a little nervous. we got bearish pull. Price still wants to go up though. So that could have been like a one little jump in time right there. Buy, sell. Price wants to go up. No fair value gap, so there's no reason why it should not continue to go up. Nothing holding it back. I'm going to stick with the two contracts here. We're just going for a point here. Might re-enter off of 219. Almost got it. Okay, we'll get it with this one. Oh, we got it. Okay. We're at 212 on the day. Okay, we're at 221. This is a big wick. Okay, we're gonna reset and look and see really which way price wants to go down. We've got this fair value gap gonna form at some point. No fair value gap here. We're at the top of this. All signs look like it's going up. All signs look like it's going up. We're blowing through some of those sell orders, looks like. However, we got this in the larger time frame. You see a lot of wicks that we're getting to the top of, I think these are the all-time highs. So you see it, these are just drained at some point. No, not. These are pretty. We have long wicks to go. There we go. Okay, 230. This pay, I got it maybe a little early. Maybe a little early. This is my big wick here. Selling 8, 9, 10, 3 points. Double down, but look, that's a big old wick. Now I may want to push up. Maybe in like a little fake out. Running 4 contracts right now. It's big momentum up. Not a great entry. Not a sniper entry, as they say. Okay, we could totally crash here, but price still wants to go up. And all I want's these 2 points here. Could manually get out of this too. Okay, I'm out. 237. So, let's see. Still got a little bit of time. Now, I need to be more careful. That wasn't a big. So I've had 4 losing trades, 8 contracts. I've had 332 gross profit. I'm at 237. Total with the fees. Just really trying to get to 300 or 250. So I got this fair value gap down here. I wouldn't want to take anything unless it came down here. And that's at 2.7. Basically down here. Might even take. I don't really want to go against the market. We have a clear bias. It's been going up all day, so no sense in going against that. I would used to just want to take reversals, try to find reversals all the time. But now I feel like you see the momentum going, you just gotta go with it. What they say is, don't catch a falling knife. So go with the momentum. Speaking of momentum, that has dipped down a little bit. But a lot of signs still point to taking a buy. Hopefully it's going to wake up. This may be go up to 29. Full point. Got that. 244 for the day. 250 is what you got to get a payout. You got to get at least 250 a day. So I'm really just trying to get to this point of, on a funded account, getting to 250 for the day. Preferably 300. It's gonna go up. Again, I could double down, but I'm seeing this push here, this momentum push. Where my aggression burst go? I can delete it somehow. Pivots, I don't want pivots. Okay, I got that one. 255. Okay, so I think this is 250. This is all fucked up now. I don't know why I got rid of it. I want to change the opacity. Didn't work. I had it set how I like it. Cut out, ring out. Okay, we're gonna do 60. 60. Actually, I need to do it more. Okay, now we're kind of screwing around up here at the top, so I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, so what do we really got going on here? We're not making fair value gaps, so we're not really going up in a big, meaningful way. We've had a little push down there. We've kind of gapped up a little bit though. My win rate today, 75%. Largest losing trade, $22. Or not, we want to look at the average. Average losing trade, $10. Average winning trade, 45. No, largest, $18. So the average of winning trade's better. Our win percentage is better. Okay, getting some buys. I'm gonna get in here. 31. Typically you see a large wick if you're going to fail on this. If you see a reversal, you usually see a liquidity sweep. This, any one of these could have been potentially a liquidity sweep, but now we do want to look at these. The price could want to come back and go to this fair value gap. This is down at 729, almost there. I'm going to take a buy order here. If it hits it, then it'll automatically put us in a buy order. Okay, see that brought our profit line there. Now we're in four contracts. Gonna wait. Before we double down anymore, we're gonna wait a little bit. Okay, this is the 15-minute has not created the fair value gap yet. So we still got 10 minutes on that. We got to push down. It might be inverting this, which is no good, no bueno. We made a bearish for, yep. I kind of knew it was heading the wrong way. But if we invert that, or so if we've canceled out that fair value gap, so that's good. We still have a fair value gap we got to punch through here. We got 2. If we inverse 1, that's a good sign. Price still wants to go up, that's the thing. Fair value gap here. That's our target. We've reacted to this fair value gap. And we got pushed up. We got pushed up on this one. It's always a target though. You know, you could go up from there, but that's still a target. So it could range around that area quite a bit. Really, I would have already met my target with 357 on the day. So I'm kind of like, you know, at this part of the day, I think you get a big momentum shift potentially, and it can get a little dicey. And so really, I probably should have stopped trading. That's something I do gotta manage, because I do tend to overtrade, and now with the strategy, it does kind of work in a lot of different conditions. So it is tempting to just keep trading. We still want to go up. We're under the EMA at this point. We have some buys hopping in here though at this point. Get that, I like that. This is still our target, 29. We would like to see this get inverted. It could fall all the way down to this fair value gap as well. That's the concern here. So I'm not liking this so far. Potentially could get out for a loss, 42 bucks. The price does want to go up still. If I wait till I go down here and dip back in, then that would take my price line down quite a bit and a better chance of getting it in on. Okay, I'm gonna take the buy. Took the buy, okay. Now I'm selling it. Oh, it's really selling off. I'm losing all my profits. But we're hoping it's going to bounce off this. We do create this fair value gap. I'm going to bring these down more. We're still in an uptrend. We're going to battle it out quite a bit though, I think, here. is a big push. See, I knew it was going down. We still got fair value gaps we're working with. We created another bullish. I don't like that. I'd love it to invert this one at this point and just rock it back up. I like that. If it holds, that'd be great. This is good so far. As long as we don't whip down here. I could get out of profit, but price wants to go up. You know? We could potentially make a bullish fair value gap here. So far, so good. As long as this continues going up. We got 50 seconds on this candle to see what's going to do. Okay, we're inverting fair value gaps. Almost. We got some buy orders selling. Pressure, buying in. Okay, we're inverting that fair value gap. That's a good sign. Take profit is going to be just right above that, in that fair value gap. So we want to see it continue to push. We could get out of here, but I think it's going to go. It's already whipped into this quite a bit. We want to see it close in 3 seconds. 2, 1. I like that. Okay, we've created a fair value gap. We wicked up. We're going to go up a little bit more, hopefully. We want to keep this fair value gap. Okay, we've closed out that fair value gap. But that was a nice push up. And we're reacting off of that fair value gap. Price wants to go up. As long as we don't invert this fair value gap, I think we'll be okay. We're already in with 6 contracts, which is as deep as I want to go. Okay, we got the bullish push. I don't like that. It's getting absorbed a little bit. Right at the last moment. Inverted still. We just need to get to. Okay. Okay, I like that. We got a fair value gap there, so. If it pushes up again, I'm going to get out. I'm out. So I'm at 274 still. Is that more than I had previously? I'm not sure. Fair value gap. Really just want to get to my goal of 300. How was that lost? Lost 5 trades. Didn't have done that. How did I lose trades? I guess if I close out early, is that considered a losing trade? Okay, we got another fair value gap here. That's what's holding us back here. That's what's holding us down here. Is this fair value gap? We just need to wick into it. Should be. We're really eating into it. We're in profit. We don't see a big wick up. I mean, it's looking pretty good that it's going to go up. I could see a big wick up also and come back down, but if this is still in our zone here. Hello, hello. Let me know in the chat if you're into stock trading, what you're trying to learn, what you're trying to gather. I'm basically at 75% win rate here today. That could have been an entry there. I was looking at my charts here, but I'm just trying. I just try to get 2 points, 2 points, 2 points, like 2 points all day long. And I've had 32 trades today, and I have a 75% win rate. My average winning trade is $18. Average losing trade is 13. So the ratios, the numbers are all good. Now, I'm at $270, but that's all fees, you know. My total profits for today have been, or my gross have been $387 without the fees. So, that's a pretty solid day. Right there, right there. Could have taken that. I want to be better at manual. I'm kind of split. I want to be patient, but then at the same time, I could be taking profit and catching another runs. Okay, we just had this nice little push of momentum here. I like that. We've not quite inverted this fair value gap. We've created a fair value gap. Let's hope it pushes us back up. If we don't close that, okay, we lost our fair value gap, but we're real close to taking this. Okay, 286 for the day. Met the 250 criteria. We weathered the storm. I'm not seeing any fair value gaps being made here, so I don't want to make that mistake again. Because we could just totally, keep an eye on this fair value gaps here. Okay, we've created a fair value gap. Buying. We could inverse it. We could totally inverse it. Oh, okay. 292. I'm almost at my target. This is like trending with the weighted vest on. Like, this is all trades for today is for 412.50. And if you break that down, I mean, points wise, I'm absolutely crushing it. I've gotten a lot of points compared to my contracts and my number of trades and everything. And you see there, that's why just 2 points, because now it's reversing. We did make a new high. We did invert this fair value gap. We have not created a new bearish fair value gap yet, so I'm not looking at taking trades down. And in general, I don't want to take trades against my bias, but the way I trade lately is just 2 points, 2 points, 2 points all day long. I got a 76% winning trades. I've taken 34 trades today. And out of that, 26, I guess, were winning trades. Only 5 losing trades with a average loss of $13. So my percentages are really good. Even when things start to go the other way on me, I seem to have a strategy that can get back on track and without a loss. So this could be scaled up. The main thing when you're trading is you want to see consistent profitability. And that's what you're seeing here. I've had some break evens, but it's like you want to be consistently profitable, and you scale that up throughout the day. And at no point have I been in the negative today, because I've gotten some wins that even if I closed out, I would have still been in the positive, because I'm taking little trades. I'm not like going for 20 points and then having 5-10 point drawdown, and then losing that. So I don't know. I feel like this strategy is counterintuitive to what a lot of people do, but seems to be working. So I don't know that I want to take any trades until I've seen this be my target down here. And still on the daily, my target is up here based on price structure. Now this line is like is a line where you can see on historically this is we have not made all-time highs. So you see we've had big wicks sell-offs here. So I am nervous about how far this will go. I think we're running out of a runway here. Now you do see, I think with this intermediate highs and lows, you'll see that you'll get an indication that price wants to turn around on you before it does. I have not seen that yet on here. So anyways, working my way down. Turn off this version. You can see we've had a nice push up. Every candle consecutively was stronger than the last. And lot of times you'll see that you might have a flip in direction. So you do need to be mindful of that. Please let me know in the chat if you're can hear me. Respond, say something. I want to know if you're getting anything out of this, if you have any questions. I have a lot of indicators that I made myself. These dotted lines are session highs and lows. So we've already blown through. That's another indication. You blow through a session high. This is an Asian session high. It blew through it and did not reject off. Well, it did reject off right here. But it took it out and then continued going higher. But that was pre-market. This is my session open here. We did have kind of a break and retest. We had strong push down, but then it immediately went the other way. Not with much force, surprisingly. So it had this push down and they got absorbed, wicked down, respected it, and continued moving higher through the day. Until where we're at now. We're in this kind of gray range here, which is, I had marked out this gray range because this is all-time highs basically, and this is a point where price tends to want to reject off of here. We don't know how high it's going to go, but at some point it will make a new high and then start to retrace. I think Donald Trump's going to be really happy about the stock market at this point. Price still wants to go up. We have not seen indications that price wants to go down. We made a higher low. And probably will make a higher high. So let's go ahead and enter. 31, 32. We got a fair value gap holding us up here. I gotta open up. We've inverted fair value gaps. We've created a bullish fair value gap. I'm going to let that play out. We're just going for 1-2 points. 1-2 points. No 5-minute fair value gap. I gotta open up here in a second. 1 5-minute fair value, no 5 minutes. So this is where I start to get a little bit hesitant. Because you don't have any support now. The last support is way down there. I should not have taken that trade. Only thing that's holding us up is this 1 minute fair value gap. I'm hoping we'll wick up again. Take that one more point. Not sure if that'll get me to my 300 range target, but it'll be pretty close. Okay, we've inverted. Nope. We're still holding above. Will it make another little leg up, or will it dump? Price still wants to go up based on our structure. Okay, now you can see once it kind of starts to go down, then it makes a new disrespect target. This is still our primary target, but as price goes down, okay, we've now, let's see if this holds. It's still 21 seconds. 15 seconds, 14 seconds. Not what we want to see. Oh, it's stupid trade. Price does still want to go up, but we've created now a bullish or a bearish fair value gap. Price still wants to go up. So if it inverts that, that would be great. I just want to see it wick up and get that point. Okay, now we seem like we're really making moves down. Which I could use my double down technique. If I could just write it down basically. And I could buy in at the bottom. 2 points, split the difference. I've not yet been patient enough to wait till it really drops down. If I bought in, I'd almost want it to be where would I buy in at? Way down here, so 719. I want to see it come down here, and then now let's split the difference and put me right there. Okay, so we've climbed back up. Still hoping it makes a new high. We've kind of not been making new highs, we've been lower highs. So part of me wants to get out of here, but part of me wants to just get the point. So we're still working on inverting this fair value gap. But it's still also a barrier too. We've got 19 seconds. Okay, I like that. A little momentum. 12 seconds, as long as it doesn't totally retrace on us. I like this so far. This could be our retrace. We made a fair value gap. This could hold us up. That fair value gap here. Okay, we canceled it out, so that's not holding us up anymore. Almost got into profit there. I'm not even looking to make a new high, really. Am I? Yeah, I guess I am. No, I'm not. So, you know, I'm not even looking to make a new high. I'm just trying to get up there. You can see our estimated high is getting lower. Let's see what this one says. Okay, we're dipping back down again. I don't like that. Okay, so 1 minute. The 1 minute is really telling the story right now because this is a rangy period. But you know, it has so much room to fall because of these fair value gaps way down here. Even on the 1 minute, our fair value gap's way down here. So that was a stupid entry on my part. But we still see upward momentum here. If it wants to go down, and I might just double down again. See what this is gonna, might get out of it with the small profit if I can. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping it will come take this or make even a new high if it punches through there. I like this little yellow candle here. It's basically a momentum shift candle. Momentum pushed up. Let's see what my aggression bursts are doing. We still got some good, where'd they go? Green aggression burst there. That's pushing up. These are big aggressive buy orders. And we don't have anybody really showing interest on sells at this point. The last one was here, but actually if it breaks above the high here, then it's likely to go up higher because this is probably the stop loss for the sell order here. Either that or this high there. So you don't want to see a fair value gap being made to the downside, so we're hoping this is just a little bit of a retrace. It looks like we're going to make one unless it wicks back up in a significant way. Love to see it wick back up. I don't really want to see it make. It did make a new high, so that's the other benefit here. Now you got this blue momentum push down. I don't like that. If it absorbs it, that's what we would like to see. And then we just want to get back up there. Okay, we've canceled out the fair value gap. That's good. And then we've started to make a little bit of a move up. This is all we're trying to get this here. 76% winning trades today. In terms of points, it's actually, I'd have to do the math, but like usually a trader might want to do 20 points on ES. I'm not sure how many points this is, but it's probably well over 20, probably 40. But so you could scale that up, is my point. Okay, I'm going to wait to see how far this is going to fall. Okay, gotta cut this short here. Hoping to win, wish me luck.